What's up, YouTube? It's Avante back with another video for you guys. And as you can see, I am officially looking at the new clutch for the Mustang. If you guys have seen my shorts, you would know that the Mustang is having its own list and issues that I've just kind of ignored for a long time. So now they've compiled into a big problem that I need to address soon, or she's gonna be junk. So today I'm picking out clutches here on Rock Auto, my go-to for most parts. Pretty cheap and pretty good shipping. So it's cool they kind of got the daily driver ones, but I want to go with daily driver performance upgrade, and we're looking at the Impact Kevlar clutch. It's got about a 10 to 20 torque capacity increase, which I definitely don't need, but in case I do some upgrades to the car, it'll be nice to have a slightly better clutch. I do want to get the limited slip diff so I can, do burnouts and drift around like a hooligan. But today we have a few things on the agenda. I am going to go get my hair done because she's looking a little rough. We're gonna get my locks retwisted. We're gonna go have a fish fry, some good fish from Melina's dad, and then we're probably gonna have a little fire to end the day. But I figured I would do kind of a Mustang story, kind of where I got the car, its history. I know some of its history, not too much, but it's cool, she's a classic car, and she's got a story to tell. So I figured while I was shopping around for parts, I might as well think of a cool idea to show you guys, and I thought, why not just kind of tell the story of my 30-year-old rust bucket. She's actually not rusty, so pretty clean underneath, which is part of that story. You guys are gonna come along today to me get my hair done, cook some good fish, and grill and have a fire later. So yeah, see you when we get to the loctician. Looking fresh? Fresh to death? What do you think, babe? You like it?
Yeah, you're really sexy.
Okay. Just keep it PG-13, please.
I think it's nice. I think she did a good job.
Alright, we're now headed to the fish fry. Lena just sliced me up good.
Got me looking fresh.
So fresh and so clean.
Are you excited for fishies?
I'm really excited.
Alright, we're back in the house. The last clip you saw was probably from about a week ago. I kind of got just super carried away with life and everything, and I'm just trying to build consistency with, content and getting videos out to you guys. But I figured I would give a little background on the Mustang itself. So I bought the Mustang from my cousin for a very cheap price, only $2,000. I saw him one day and I basically asked, like, hey man, what's going up with the Mustang? You know, because I love the car, I love the blue, I love that it's a classic, I love how old it is. And he basically was like, do you want to buy it? And I was like, for real? And he's like, yeah, 2,000, it's yours, take it. So that's what I did. I bought the car off of him. And originally his plan was to put the M90 supercharger from the Thunderbird Super Coupe and build the motor to kind of support the supercharger, making a bit more horsepower and whatnot. But he got the car from somebody who had the car for a long time, and it was kept in a barn, so it never saw any winter, any salt really, until your boy here drove it in one March for a little bit. But it was cool. So the car is basically a barn find, and my cousin found it. Well, they refreshed 3.8 V6, bought the car, repainted it because it had all different body panels, like a purple bumper and a black hood, but it was originally that like dark sea emerald green that Ford does. So he bought the car, he did a lot of work to it, put some upgraded brakes, this, that, and the third, painted it with plasti dip, but it looks amazing. And then basically he realized he didn't like driving it too much and he wanted to go a different route. He ended up getting like an Outback manual, and now he's got a Santa Fe. But sold the car to me, and now here we are, posting the car on YouTube. I've taken it to Canada. I've done a bunch of things with the Mustang. So for a car that's 30 years old, it's kind of experienced a ton of different people, personalities, and adventures in itself. The car's got more stories to tell than I do. So I'm thinking that we go ahead and we reboost my cousin's plan of putting an M90 supercharger in there, and we take it a step further and we just buy a Super Coupe and totally swap the engine over, because it's got the forged internals for the supercharger originally on the Super Coupe. And I think that would be really fun and a different sort of route. Most people take these cars and they throw a 5.0, a 4.6, a Coyote in them, you know, just a big V8, which obviously I would love to do. But I think in terms of easiest thing to do and the cheapest thing to do, and what I can probably handle doing somewhat on my own, is probably to find a loaner Thunderbird Super Coupe, either crashed, a cheap buy, whatever, and just pull the M90 out, the whole motor with the M90, because I love the look of the SN95. I don't really like the way the Thunderbirds look of that year. So even if I find a good Thunderbird in good condition, I'm still going to yank the motor and put it in the Mustang. Exhaust, new offset tires, probably get it wrapped or something like that, and yeah, totally revitalize the car. So if that is something you guys want to see, go ahead and drop a like, let me know, because I would love to make that a reality. I'm probably going to do it anyway, but if you want to be here for the adventure, go ahead and subscribe, like the video, and more Mustang and Subaru content will begin to start rolling out. And yeah, so that's kind of the backstory on the Mustang. It's not like some crazy, you know, like crazy story, but it's cool that it was a barn find. It's cool that she's rust free for the most part. And it's cool that it's 30 years old and it's now made its way into my hands, and I plan to kind of reduce the whole thing. So like I said, if you want to see the story of the Mustang continue, and if you want to see another 5 years or whatever, however long I have this car, of this classic beast of a car, go ahead and sub. I know a lot of people don't like the SN95 look. I personally love it. It gives me that like 90s JDM style look to it, and like I live for that. So it's definitely something I want to do. I definitely would like to go ahead and throw that supercharged V6 in there, get a little yeah, put an intake, exhaust, everything, make her a beast, and keep the V6 heart, you know. So that is my plan for Mustang. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one.